The reason why we here. What's up, though? What the fuck? They're cheating me on these games, yo. I swear they are. I'm addicted to say video games. Yeah. On my lunch, so-called lunch. I don't even buy nothing to eat when I'm at work. I never did. Well, never say never. But the overall picture, I'll say 98% of the time I do not eat on my lunch break throughout my tender career and the company I'm in right now. So yeah, I have not. If you ask anybody, yeah, I've been in that company for a long time. I reached them maybe in Staten Island when I was in Staten Island. I decided to buy here and there, but that's because that was like a 12-hour shift. But most of the time, I didn't buy nothing at all. Word up. It just, you know, got the camera on, checking my email. They just be mad, man. Why do people get mad for? Why? When you decide to do something good for yourself, these people get mad. I'm about to just cancel. If you talk about cancel culture, you gotta cancel people out your life, bro. For real. When you not what people intend for you to be, they hate you more. You feel me? Because these people assume that they know you or they can predict you. So when these things don't play out the way they had it in their mind, the way it's supposed to play out, they hate you more. And they'll try everything in their power to make sure that whatever they have in their mind become a reality for you. In that term, disregarding they self as a human being while trying to pertain to you and try to make you into something that you're not. You feel me? As if their identity is based on my acknowledgement. Like I said, their survival is based on me becoming what they intend for me to become. I said they wrote a contract with somebody else that's saying that I am not this person unless this person become what I told you he is supposed to be. Feel me? People, y'all just gotta give it up, man. Give it up, man. That's all. That's why I keep. This is the reason why I'm on a path of preaching self love. You feel me? Everything self. Like you just gotta be selfish in that regard. You have to be. You can't do things just to impress me. I'm unimpressible. Feel me? You cannot. Like you can't do these. Like they just can't, man. You just gotta be like, look, you have to do these things for yourself, man. I know there's a second. I hate preaching right there. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I hate to preach like this. You feel me? But look, man, y'all gotta love yourself, man. And I know what all this thing is about. I know what the extra attention is about and everything else. And I know the lies that have been told and everything else like that. But y'all gotta love yourself, man. You guys to. All across the board. You have to. How do a person love himself? By accepting who you are. Do not place your faith in who you are in somebody else's hand except for God Himself. You feel me? And if you don't believe in God, then place your own faith in who you are in yourself. That's like me telling you that I know I'm that nigga. And I'm like, yo, I am that nigga, man. You feel me? How can I be that nigga? When I said that nigga, that means, which mean in hip hop or hood term, that means that you are the man. You feel like you have enough confidence and self awareness and da da da. It's like that nigga, like you are the man basically. So I'm like, yeah, I'm that nigga. Like you cannot be that nigga if you place your confidence in what somebody else says about you. If you place your confidence in the crowd itself, once the crowd cheers for you, you feel like that nigga. Once the person say, "Yo, that was a hot song," or "Yo, that was a hot line," "Yo, that broadcast you did, that was wavy." No, you have to go out there and do these things on your own because you know you that nigga. Like my self determination, my identity is not based upon what you're gonna tell me. It's based on how I feel about myself. You feel me? And I'm not just saying this about me. I really want to help people out so they can understand it. So because your insecurity is becoming an issue for me, honestly. Because your insecurity is becoming an issue for me because now it is pouring over to where I'm at. Now you making your issues my issues. Now I gotta speak on this. And I'm speaking to people who has insecure issues, who just cannot accept who they are as people, and they always looking for. They're looking at me as if I decide to change a habit, if I decide that this is not me, if I decide that yo, I'm not this nigga, I'm not that, and I decide to do certain changes, let's just call it changes. We're not going to go into detail. If I decide to do certain changes, these people feel like these are the things they gotta do and try to bully me or intimidate me. How you gonna bully somebody that does not even know of you? Like that shit is weird to me. It's so weird to me. Like the behavior is weird. Everything is. These people are just weird to me. Like like, it's just weird. When I say people, I'm talking about individuals in a group that behave and act like that. It really doesn't matter. I don't care to apologize. I just wanted to make that statement clear. It's just weird to me, man. It's just weird, man. It's a weird behavior. I never. It's like I hear other people like I was listening to my song right now. I really didn't. I guess I never really liked my. Tell me like gonna break. God damn. I think I'm good. I'm about to think what something not gonna break. Yeah, I never really liked my song like that. But when I listen to him, I'm like, oh, this guy is actually quite decent. Like I like the way he thinks because I was hearing the way he was speaking about a certain topic about and I'm like, he's not a bad individual like I thought he was going to be. He's not really irrational. He had a common sense to his thinking. He had a purpose. You know what I mean? Now I can go into details about what he said, but the overall agenda of it, I'm like, yo, I'm like, he's a decent human being that I don't have to be like, I don't like this man, because quite frankly, I really don't know him about from what I thought I knew to what I heard when I listened to him. I'm like, he's a reasonable man. You feel me? He did. But if he would listen to me about what I thought of him, how you think that's gonna play out? Or if he would listen to anybody else that says the things that they say about him, how do you think that's gonna go? How do you think that shit is gonna play now? You feel me? That shit ain't gonna play out well. That's why you gotta like me. You can't hit your way into making somebody agree with you. No, that's not gonna happen. You can't hit your way into make. If you're dealing with a nigga like me, man, it's gonna take a lifetime, your lifetime, not mine, to ever make me do anything. So I don't understand when people use the word bully, and I'm like, bully who? You bully a nigga that's sleeping then, because you couldn't bully me. You feel me? That shit, I be like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, certain things I can't control, but at the same time, how's that bullying? You can't bully. No way. No way possible. I'm more likely to smack the shit out of you than you bullying me. Like, you feel me? And that's just not me talking just to talk. Because when you take a look at the behavior that's being displayed, and no nigga that has ever came in front of me did anything stupid in that regard. You know what I mean? And I don't want no problems in that regard or anything else. So I'm not looking for a problem. But I'm just saying, if it do happen, that is what is going to happen. And last time that happened, we already know what happened when I had a physical altercation. It's not like I backed down. No, nigga. If I'm forced to defend myself, then that's what's going to happen. People just need to understand that. You feel me? That's why people hide. They tend to hide in bushes and everything else like that. than run out when they get their chance. But bullying, nah, man, I don't have to bully nobody to make me feel. You feel me? Like you played a role of a bully to make you feel comfortable in your identity of who you say you are. It's like then you not who you are. If you gotta step on somebody in a bullying form of way for you to be a don, then you not a don. Like you're not Teflon, nigga. Like, you just not, my nigga. You feel me? If you gotta have people kiss your feet or lay at your feet for you to feel like a kin, then you're not a kin, man. You just not. Like there's ways of doing things. People just need to understand these things. You can't just be disruptive and be you can't be disruptive and try to cause a lot of problems then so you can force your way into somebody accepting you. That's never gonna work. It has never worked and it would never work. It's just a fact of life. You feel me? I just gotta let them know like the way it is. You feel me? You cannot take my hair or cut my hair to make your hair look beautiful. Just that was just a disclaimer. I had to throw that in there. It just doesn't happen. You feel me? You cannot try to beat me to make yourself look good. At the end of the day, man, look, man. As the quote says, man, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Plain and simple. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Which meaning if I can see something that is beautiful to me, but it could be ugly to somebody else. I'll be like, yo, she's bad. They be like, what? Jeff, you be bugging, B. But that's to me, that thing look beautiful. You feel me? So beauty's an obvious. Some people can see me like, yo, he's fine, and some people can be like, that nigga ugly. You feel me? I'm not gonna get mad at the people that said I'm fine, and be happy with the people that said I'm not gonna be happy with the people that say I'm fine, and be mad at people that say he's ugly. I have my own identity. I have a self worth about myself that your opinions, good or bad, does not change anything about me. If it's bad, we just take it and turn it into a good energy that we can utilize for ourselves. I'm talking about me and others who's in my position who has that kind of mindset. And if it's good, we just take it in and be like, in my mind, I like already knew, but I appreciate it for the confirmation. But I already gave myself a confirmation that I was already great. You feel me? Because people will try to make money off your misery. And that's just what it is. Like people will make money off your misery. People will make money off your struggle. People will make money off your pain. And that's just what it is. So I ain't really say nothing. I ain't call nobody out their name. I ain't say this group or this person or that. I just wanted to talk in that general activity of things because, like, yo, whatever somebody say or try to do, man, look, man, you have the power. When I say, I don't know, because I used to hear people talk like that. I'm like, what do they mean by you have the power? I got a nigga that's about to fight me and this, that, and the third. And what you mean I have the power? I have to defend myself. That, that. Yo, you have to be in those situations to know what I'm talking about. Even if you have somebody who is being aggressive in front of you and everything else, it is still your decision whether you want to entertain that person in the fight or you choose to walk away. You feel me? I got to the point, like me, myself, and others, where even if the person was a threat to me, sometimes I just decide to walk away because it's like, you're not worth it. Like you are not like it's like you get to a high point in your life. When I say high, I'm not talking. Shut the fuck up, Wendy. I said Wendy. The wind is crazy. I call it windy. Like that shit is. Anyway, you get to such a high point in your life. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm not talking about no tangible shit. You know what I mean? You become so high in your life. Like you can be peaceful when there's no peace. You feel me? If beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so is peace, so is joy, so is happiness. You feel me? You have. They always use the term, "Oh, you got kids in Africa that look like they're starving, but yet they're happy and all that bullshit." That's bullshit, by the way. But anyway, but like I said, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So is everything else. It's from your perspective and the way you see it. It's how you make it. It's what you make it. So even though there's a threat in front of you and everything else like that, it is still your choice on how you handle it and moving forward. You feel me? So you can't let nobody. You just can't. Don't let these niggas trick you at your spot because that's what they trying to do. Every day they're trying to trick me at my spot. Every fucking day. I went to break at. I gotta be careful of this break shit too. Oh yeah, almost got me. I got 10 minutes more. That's because the break they keep changing it. One day this that. So you can't let people trick you out your spot, man. There's a lot of people out there who will trick you out your spot, man. They will trick you out your spot. They will trick you out your spot. They'll do everything in their power to trick you out your spot. You feel me? And you just can't let it happen. You feel me? You just can't. And when you start moving, especially people just being involved in my life so well, when you start moving in the right direction and you start, letting go of a bag here, a bad baggage here, another bag, because you got too many baggage that you're carrying. Like I said the other time when I made a video called luggage and baggages, and you start dropping each baggage as you're going along, and you just going along, going on. You feel me? Or you going on your journey or whatever purpose that you have as an individual, and you dropping the baggages off. People get intimidated and they get mad. You feel me? And they'll do everything in their power to try to stop you. They'll do everything in their power, everything. They gotta amputate your fucking head. They'll try to do that too. You feel me? They just jealous, man. You can tell by how a person attack you and how much they fear you or they hate you. You feel me? The way a person attacks his enemy is an indication of how that person fears that person or how much that person respects or hate that person. You feel me? And I know for a fact the way these people been attacking me is it's just an indication of fear. They fear me so much that they feel the need to want to eliminate me. It's like a woman seeing some form of like a mouse in the house and the way they react to it and stuff. Like it feel me and they just now when I say woman I don't mean like, I'm not degrading the position in any form or shape. But the way they react to it and the way they go about it, it tells you everything that you need to know. You feel me? It just tells you. So I just wanted to put that out there. Just want to put that energy out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I fed you a little bit of info. You know what I mean? It's not like you never heard it before, but I just had to re-incite that again because people sometimes don't get it. You gotta keep going. Now you gotta tell them so many different ways, so many different patterns, so many different formats. You feel me? And they gonna hold on to their cars and everything else like that. But I could also go get me a car and not own it, lease it, and all that shit. But I don't. I think that's a waste of money. Feel me? As long as I can get to point A to point B, the way things are set up, then I'll do so. I'm humble about my experience. I am not out here trying to compete with strangers I do not know. I know they heard stories about me and they think that this is who I am. You cannot listen to what people say about me. I do have my controversy moment. Of course I do. You feel me? That's because I'm passionate about what I stand for. Like yesterday when I spoke about the Asian Americans and Americans thing, and I point out the fact that the same thing that was happening to the Asian American in America, it was happening to the African. That's the same thing to Africans. It's identical twin, basically. That's the same thing that's happening to the Africans in China. So I just couldn't understand why the people who was coming out crying out for these things didn't do the same thing when the Africans was going through that in China, especially when it happened in the beginning. It hasn't even been a year. You feel me? And it's kind of amazing. Before that, I was speaking in terms of the Asian Americans, and I was like, it is wrong what is going on with them. And of course, you get support and everything else. But once I raised up the other thing and said, but this is also wrong, then people hate you for it. You feel me? And it's like people gonna love you today and hate you tomorrow. At the end of the day, you still gotta be yourself. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, you feel people don't really know me; they just know what they've heard, and that was just an example of how a person can like you and hate you at the same time. Because When you raise it, they just want to hear. They just want to use me for saying truth. But when you speak the whole truth, they hate you for it because then they compromise. You feel me? And it is what it is. You feel me? I done said things about every ethnic group that was pertaining to something, and some people love it, and some people hate you in the same breath, in the same minute. By the way, you feel me? Because I speak the. Oh yeah, I got 5 minutes. I speak the truth so much and so well that they have no choice but to do something that can degrade my position so they can have an argument. Because they really can't match up truth against truth. So they gotta do something anus, like, you feel me? Like, do some gay shit, probably. When I say anus, they might do some gay shit, you feel me? They might have some nasty remarks, you feel me? They might have to point out the smallest flaws on you. They always have to do something just to overshadow what you just said, but nothing can overshadow the truth. The truth always prevails. You feel me? What's done in the dark will eventually come to light. So the truth is the light itself. And so it's like it's going to, like, regardless of what they do, all the gimmicks that they put in, it's just not going to work. You feel me? And I've seen this happen too many times. That's why I know what I'm talking about. So all the gimmicks that they do is just not going to work. And you can come at me all you want, man. But you can only come at me the way you've been coming at me. You feel me? You can never come at me like me looking at myself in the camera right now. And when I like, it's crazy how these people think. One time I said that you can't look at me in my face and do what you do. Niggas will still wait for you to go to sleep to make it seem like dudes looking at your face like, stop being a coward. You know what we talking about. Stop making shit technical. You feel me? You know what I mean? So if you spreading rumors and you out there, you making it seem like you coming at me, and it's like I didn't have no recollection of these things, then you didn't come at me. You know what I mean? I'm right here, it's sunny as hell outside. They track you for God's sakes. You feel me? They hearing you, but at the same time, it's like they wait for you to be at your most docile moment, and it's only cloud chasing, and they just want fame through you, but through the by through your demise, they want fame through you or recognition or some form of attention. So I mean, everything they've been telling lies since I got here. I'm like, all right, cool, man. This is just a movie that I've seen. I've been here before. I can tell the same people then gave you a story about this. I'm like, all right, cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Because I know y'all just didn't cook this shit up yourself because somebody gave y'all the info and everything else. It's cool. You feel me? I'm about to go. So, man. Let me check the time that I actually clock out. Boy, you know how shit go. You know how this shit go, man. You know how this thing goes. There's a bunch of lie on top of lie on top of lie, and when that don't work out, they out there looking stupid. Then they tell the same lie again tomorrow. Man, I'm tired of you niggas even paying attention to them. You feel me? Y'all the problem because y'all paying attention and y'all watching. You. I gotta go. I got two. I got two. I got a few minutes and seconds. So it is what it is, man. You already know, man. You just love yourself, man. Cause half of you niggas is miserable. The other half don't know who they are. You feel me? I'm not saying be like me, cause I'm still trying to find myself. So I don't even have time to even complain about what is going on. But if this is my purpose to help these motherfuckers, then I will. You feel me? Even if it means them beating me down while I'm trying to help them out. You feel me? That's what's going to happen. We are going to help them out, even though they hate us. And that's just what it is. You feel me? I'm choosing real bitches over bad bitches. Do you feel me? I mean, like real organic. You feel me? Real bitch, like I said, real woman. You was born a girl and you grew into a woman. None of that fake shit y'all niggas be on. These niggas be wearing Pioto. Pioto means panties in my point in my. They wearing Pioto out here. Oh my god, and they wearing blouse and blowers. It's ridiculous out here. I'll holler at y'all.